What if I told you that your home could help you buy your next one? That's the power of equity, and today I'm going to show you how to build it, use it, and grow your real estate wealth like the pros. Hi, my name is Aguinaga from LJ Realties in Montreal. I bought my first property at 21, and now I own over 15 multifamily properties and manage over 200 doors through my company Plex Doctor. If I've learned one thing in all of my years working with buyers and investors, it's this: equity is how the real estate game is won. So let's break it down step by step. By the end of this video, you'll understand what equity is, when to leverage it, and how to retire on it. Before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to Club Atwater for hosting us today. Whether you're looking for fitness, squash, pickleball, badminton, or simply a vibrant social community in the heart of Montreal, Club Atwater is where it's at. Don't forget to consider them for your next big event. Check them out at clubatwater.ca. I've personally been a member here since 2022, and I absolutely love it, whether it's to work out or for my squash and pickleball games. Without further ado, let's start by outlining what is equity and how do you build it. Equity is the difference between what your home is worth and what you owe on your home. So if your property is worth $600,000 and you owe $400,000, then you have $200,000 in equity. You can build equity in three ways. Mortgage payments. Every monthly payment chips away at your principal. Growing your ownership share, aka your equity. Next, appreciation. If your home increases in value over time, your equity grows with it. And finally, upgrades and renovations. Strategic improvements or optimization like modernizing a kitchen or adding a legal unit can boost your home's value and your equity. Equity is like a savings account you can borrow from, but one that also appreciates with the market. One of the things that I love about real estate is that I can build equity in my sleep, and that's how true wealth is made. Warren Buffett once said, "If you can't make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." I took this to heart and started investing in real estate right away. Now, why is real estate one of the best equity building tools? Unlike stocks or other investments, real estate lets you leverage other people's money, like a bank's, through a mortgage to build wealth. You're earning equity every month and benefiting from appreciation. Add in some rental income and you've got a triple threat wealth building machine. A mentor once told me, "LJ, every tenant you have is actually like an employee of yours. On average, they work the first 10 days of the month to pay you rent. If you followed our advice when purchasing, that rent should cover all of your expenses, including the mortgage, and leave a little bit left over for capital improvements. This means that you're earning equity simply by owning the property." And here's the real magic. Once you build equity in one property, you can use it to buy the next. Let's say you bought a triplex. You live in one unit and rent out the other two. After a few years, you've paid down some of the mortgage and the property has appreciated. Now you've got, say, $150,000 in equity. You refinance the property, take out $75,000 of that equity, and use it as a down payment on your next property. That's how smart investors scale. You don't need to win the lottery or save for 10 years to buy again. You need to leverage your equity. I used to call this the rinse and repeat method. You see, the tough part is saving up enough for the first property. After that, you can leverage your equity in combination with a bit of savings and start acquiring more properties. But like with anything else, there is no free lunch. Sometimes tapping into equity makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't. This isn't free money. Refinancing increases your debt and monthly payments. So it only makes sense when you have a clear investment strategy, you're buying a property that will cash flow or appreciate reliably, and finally, when you're not over leveraging yourself financially. It's important to work with a broker or financial advisor to make sure the numbers make sense. A bad refinance decision can wipe out years of progress. While I am a big believer in refinancing to grow your portfolio, I can't stress this enough. There are limits to how much debt you should take. If 30% of your units became vacant overnight, could you float the payments for up to 3 months? This is a pretty good question to sense check if you're over leveraged in our Montreal market. Here's a real life example that I have done when growing my portfolio. In 2019, I purchased a triplex in St-Henri for $790,000 with an original mortgage of $632,000. After a quick optimization of rents, I had the property appraised for $1.15 million and took out a mortgage of $920,000. This means I pulled out $288,000 in equity. And the best part was that with the new rents, the property was still cash flowing. This allowed me to find another property to invest in and go through the same process again. Over the course of 7 years, I ended up acquiring 15 multiplexes with this exact strategy. As you continue to grow, you won't always be able to pull out more money than you put into the deal. But my goal with every deal is to leave the least amount of money tied up in the deal. If I do end up with $0 in the deal, then my return on investment is infinite because I'm generating returns with no money tied up. That has become my gold standard, and my real estate superpower has been to do this time and time again. Equity is your superpower in real estate, but only if you know how to use it. Build it smart, use it wisely, and when you're ready to grow, don't guess. Get advice from somebody who's done it before. If you're ready to put your equity to work, book a call with me. Drop your questions in the comments down below and subscribe if you want more tips on how to build wealth through real estate. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.